Welcome to Have a Happy Arty Time. My name's Janette. Now I'd like to show you how I made my soft foam stamps. Just using this lovely thin soft craft foam, and I draw my pictures on there, cut them out and mount them on some cardboard, and then use them as lovely foam stamps in the jelly plate printing process. Now, if you remember, I made the little daisy booklets and these were the stamps I used, so I'm going to show you how I made those. So I've drawn them out on my piece of foam and then I'm just simply going to cut them out. So I'll cut one out to show you and then I'm sure you'll know the process from there. Now I try to keep all my pieces to make this particular one is simply the cutout from inside of here, and I just trim them back up with a little pair of scissors that I have to make them even, and the same with this, so I'm not too worried about how rough anything is at this stage. So here we have our stamps. They're roughly cut out for now. I love these little nail scissors that have a bend on them. So I'm just going to go around here and neaten these up. And there we go, we have that one. And now when we look at this one, we know we have the circle for in the center. And I'll put a different circle in there, but I'm just going to cut these to a point here. And that one there. And I will just make a little bit bigger circle on this one. Take a little bit of foam and just simply, great little scissors, go around like this. Got a little center there, and then I will get our little hole punch tool and I'm just going to place that in there, line it up and give a little snip and get that out of there. And we have our other stamp. All I do then is I get a piece of cardboard, as we can see here, with the stamp on it, and I leave it. I usually cut down tissue boxes or cereal boxes, and what I do is leave enough so that when I stick it on with some double-sided tape, I can hold this and I can go around and print my stamp. So I have a piece over here, and I can see that roughly I need to press this one about here, a little bit further. Just press him down. Anything that has a nice flat heavy surface will work as to actually flatten our piece of card. Okay, I'll just cut that rough edge off there. And here we are. So I get our tape, just some double-sided tape, and I go all over this. And this holds the stamp sufficiently because we're pressing down with it, so it adheres nicely to the cardboard. Okay, so we want to get our circle in the middle and then build our little stamp around that. We have one there, and there we have a little flower stamp there. That's one. And here we have this little one, so I've got some card here that it will fit nicely on. There we go, and here's our stamp that we can stamp with, the same as this. So we'll give a demo of these when we're finished. And with this stamp, which I used for the vase part of the daisy booklet, you can see I'm using the negative shapes and the positive shapes I've placed on another one. So I'm going to show you how I do that. Very simple. So you can either use one of these hole punches, and what I do is take the bottom off, or we can actually use this little hole punch here. So this little hole punch here is probably better for this one. And there we have our stamp that I used for the vase section, and you can use that in many different projects as well. So we have another stamp, easy to use. So it's the same process for all of these stamps, simply to cut around. With the leaf, I'll just show you how I do the leaf, and that is simply indented with the biro. And with this one, I get my biro and I indent. Press very firmly, try not to go all the way through. Sometimes I do. And there we have it, it's that simple. Stick this onto a piece of card. Sometimes I cut close to what the shape is so that I can actually see it where I'm going to be placing it down. Got my little piece of fold there, and we have our leaf stamp. The thing I have found that has worked the best for me with these is to not worry too much about getting anything perfect. And when I do a more detailed stamp, which I'll show you one day, then I just take my time. But with these little ones, it's easy just to place them down and not have too many worries. So before I go, I will stamp on some photocopied paper and show you how these have worked out. So I hope that you enjoy making your own stamps. So bye for now. Hope you have another happy arty time. Stay safe.